Today we're going to be looking at two ways to open close guard. One very basic where you stay on your knees, one where you stand up. And then we're going to go into detail of split passing and how to then actually pass once you've opened the legs. I'm massive! Okay, so same thing again. I hold his wrist across his body. Okay, keep your legs nice and a bit tight, there we go. And I make sure that it's not too low, not too high, just across the line of his chest here. I'm going to stand up close to his body. Okay. Start to defend. Catch his leg, push it down, pass my knee over. Okay, and again. So I gain control of one of his hands. I'm going to step up, push, pass. For now we're just going to get to this position, okay? One more time. I control his hand. I'm on my toes. I'm going to step up and pressure his body. The opposite leg. I push, pass over. I still have control of his wrist. I might lose control of his wrist because he's obviously trying to stop me from passing. But if possible, I try to maintain this grip. We understand? Yeah? Happy? Contento? The biggest problems I have is I need to stand up. And he's got two hands to grab my feet. So you see a lot when this person stands up, they grab your feet and knock you over, right? Okay. So I have to control his biceps. Okay. I try to control on the bicep near the arm. You can control higher up. Some people control this way, okay? But if I control higher up, I find circles his hands inside and then he escapes, okay? So I control near his elbows and I control with a C grip. I'm going to start to stand up now. So my arms are straight and I'm going to stand up one leg at a time. But I'm going to try to keep my legs, it's hard to describe this so you can get it in Spanish. My feet are going to be close-ish together. I'm going to have a narrow base, okay? So now this leg's up, I'm going to stand up on my next leg. I'm going to go close together, as if I'm going to do a jump. I pinch my knees in, so my knees are being pinched in, okay? Like sitting in a chair. Now Christian's legs have opened. Now I'm going to control his hips, I'm going to start to disengage. Okay? Sometimes the person won't open their legs. They will just try to keep you in close guard. In that case, I take two hands and I open one leg. Okay? So again, we are here. I'm going to control his biceps. I'm going to stand up. One. And I walk forward. See how I went from pinch my knees together. Okay. To his elbows inside and I sit back. Now his legs are not open. Can you tell? So now I just go like this. Okay? We understand? Once my knees are underneath his butt, it's hard for him to grab my feet. When I'm passing close guard, I always expect him to open his legs and start attacking my legs. What you need to remember in this position is, if I open his legs, I'm a step ahead of him. Okay? If he opens his legs, he's a step ahead of me. Yeah. So if you're playing this position and you think I'm going to lose closed guard, it's best to open your closed guard and transition to a secondary position. Okay. So again, I put my weight forward on his biceps, trying to pin them to the floor. Stand up 1 foot at a time. 1, 2. See a little jump forwards? Pinch my knees together. Sit back as if I'm sitting in a chair. Now his feet are open. I go backwards like this. Now if you look at this position now, his legs are similar, depending on what he does, his legs are similar to before. So if I'm like this, now I can just sit down into the same position we were in before, right? One leg up, one leg pinning his leg. So again, I'll do it from the side. Control both biceps. Weight forward on his biceps so it's hard for him to lift them. I stand up 1 leg at a time. 1. But watch what I do when I stand up on my second leg. Hands inside. Sit back like I'm sitting in a chair. Now he's not opened his legs. So now I take 2 hands and I push. Okay, we understand? All right, let's try. First technique again. And then we're going to look at how we would pass when we open the closed guard. So we're here, I stand up, I turn my body, I push. Now, this is called a split pass, because I'm splitting his legs. Yeah? One leg is this side, and the other is the opposite side. Once I'm in this position, the first thing I'm going to do is control his head. I try, if possible, I'm going to circle my hand over and catch his leg. Okay, so I have head control and leg control. The next thing I'm going to do is pass. So I'll turn this way. Turn. So to pass this position, what I don't want to do is this. Yeah, now he's just going to cross his legs. So what I do is I control his leg and his head. And I fall to my hip. Watch. In this position. Then I'm going to push his leg away from me and put my knees behind his back. Okay? We understand? So again, put your hip. We managed to get wrist control. I stand up, I turn and push. Did you see how quick I did that? Yeah. I don't want to do it slow. Yeah. I want to do it in one movement. I get control, bam, and I turn and I push down. I quickly pass my knee. I control, circle, and I underhook his leg. I'm going to drop my hip to the floor and take a big back step. Okay, now I'm going to try and make him face away from me by pushing his leg. Yeah. And then I post 2 knees behind his back. This is to help me slow him down from turning back into me. Okay? So, let's do the second technique again. I'm going to look at the same thing now from the second technique, okay? So, biceps, I step. One, two. Now I'm stood up on my flat foot. I can't balance. He's the thing holding me up. I push my knees together. I step backwards in this position. Now remember, I expect him, don't do it, I expect him to open his feet. So I'm always prepared to take a step back. I'm going to push his leg and look at how he's fallen. Because I push this leg now, I'm going to take this hand, cup his knee, and sit back into the same position we just did. Yeah? Then, in reality, I'm going to have to fight to get it. He's not just going to let me grab his head. Yeah. But for the purposes of the drill, so we can practice the technique, first thing I'm going to do is grab his head, underhook his leg, and hip on. Now I'm going to push his leg away from me, and I put my knees behind his back. Okay. All right. So we got two passes, and then we got the same leg movement to complete the pass. So now try to do both. One of one, one of the other. Okay, we understand? All right, let's go. Don't make me murder you, Guillermo.
De judo casar está.